12 rounds of boxing for the IBF Junior Middleweight Championship of the World. Introducing to you first the challenger. On my right, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing red, white, and blue Union Jack trunks, born in London, now fighting out of Worley, England. He weighed in at the junior middleweight limit of 154 pounds with a record of 26 wins, 10 losses, and 2 draws. He has 8 wins coming by way of knockout, ranked the IBF number 13 junior middleweight contender. Please welcome the challenger, introducing Howard Clarke. And his opponent across the ring on my left, the defending champion, fighting out of the red corner, wearing blue trunks with white trim, proudly representing his hometown of Oxnard, California. He weighed in the same as his opponent, 154 pounds. He is undefeated in his campaign to the ring with a perfect record of 15 wins, no losses, all 15 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the youngest boxer ever to hold the junior middleweight title tonight, making the first defense of his crown, introducing the IBF junior middleweight champion of the world, the undefeated, ferocious Fernando Vargas. Once again, a referee in charge, Wayne Kelly, now to give instructions, 12 rounds of boxing.
All right, gentlemen, we're boxing for the IBF Championship of the World. I expect a clean fight. Obey my commands at all times. Protect yourself at all times. Shake hands, come out boxing at the bell. Good luck.
Wait, what is trunks?
All right. That's all right, Lou. That's all right. All right, seconds out. Let's go, seconds out, Lou.
Through the miracle of peroxide, this bout could be titled Blonde on Blonde. Vargas likes to start out behind the jab and then bring his sensational power punches behind it. The right cross is good. The left hook is out of sight.
I think that Vargas has already had his opponent kind of intimidated. But once you meet a guy in the middle of the ring and start staring him in the eye, you bring out something he didn't intend to bring out. So sometimes it's best not to challenge him too much until the bell rings.
George, one of the things I most admire about young Vargas is his patience. And, you know, it may be odd to say that a guy with 10 knockouts in the first and second rounds is patient, but he takes his time to set up the power.
He got an excellent left jab. It keeps his feet balanced.
Clarke snaps a pretty good jab there.
Clarke has already opened up and showed him he had a little power in that left hook he threw a little earlier. Now he connects with a jab. Vargas goes to the chest with that jab, which is my favorite punch. Why, George? Because you take a lot of power out of your opponent, especially if he has a reputation of being a puncher. Jab him in the chest. That's the one place sit-ups, they just don't work. Nothing works there. You just got to have, it'll suck your power.
Vargas starting to work left hooks to the body to try to bring Clarke's guard down. Hey! Howard Clarke's trainer and his friends and confidants insisted to us yesterday, despite the iffy record, this guy has some talent as a fighter.
That's an excellent defense. Whenever he's overpowered, he sets his hands right near his ears, tucks his chin to his chest. Hard to get in a good shot.
Vargas feinting with the right hand, now sets back up. Left hook lead, glances off the top of Clarke's head, and Clarke lands a jab in return.
And when you're fighting a confident fighter, you want to make sure you land a lot of jabs. The only thing that makes them stop and think a little bit.
Left hook lands for Clarke as Vargas was hunting for an opportunity to get inside.
And that's the second of the left hook. I think Clarke is making a mistake. He continuously goes back and back into the rope.
Now he backs into the ropes, and Vargas attacks Clarke to the body. The left hook to the rib cage hurt it. Clarke fights back with a left hook again.
Once you're back into the rope, you're almost inviting your opponent to come and get me. You want to stay in the middle of the ring.
What's this do? What's this do? Get down there. Okay, I would just a bit more work out with that jab. Okay, a bit more kidding on. Kid him on a bit more, kid him on a bit more, Howard. Kid him on more. Get that jab downstairs, kid him on more. Hit him downstairs with the jab, kid him on. Get it to the head.
Be smart. Be smart. Use your left hand. This guy's going to drop. Be smart. You can beat this guy. You're a lot smarter than he is, and you can work a lot better. This guy's going to drop at any time. Just be careful. Just
Lo mismo cosa en el segundo. Usa la izquierda, controla con el.
Con tu izquierda. Tu izquierda es una arma muy buena.
A veces doble la izquierda.
Good job, keep it fast. More work, more work, more work.
Let's go, second down.
Vargas is making his debut in Madison Square Garden and might be a little bit on edge, trying to make a good impression. Nowadays, there are so many championships. When a young man wins one, it becomes a platform for him to try to build a following and a reputation, and that's exactly what he's trying to do here.
Clarke still showing an active energy level as we move through the first minute of round number 2. Vargas setting his feet flat on the canvas and looking for opportunities to land power punches as he did throughout the first round. CompuBox numbers showing he landed 22 of 39 power punches in the first round, most of them to the body.
And I think he just landed a good right hand that may change the course of the whole fight when he hit Clarke on the side of the right side of the jaw there.
Uppercut lands inside for Vargas. Right hand to the chin, backs Clarke up. Clarke fires the left hook. Wayne Kelly roins Vargas to keep his body punches up.
One thing in the ring, you can't fight a guy because he hits you low. You got to fight him anyway.
You can't watch Wayne Kelly warn somebody for low blows without thinking of the first Riddick-Bowe-Andrew Galata fight here at Madison Square Garden, July 11, 1996. Kelly was the man who eventually had to disqualify Galata. Uppercut with the right hand just missed short for Vargas. Could have sent Clarke to the roof.
Evidently, Vargas does not come back with his left hook. He'll throw a good right hand. He doesn't finish. You always want to finish your punches. 1, 2, get yourself back into position with your left hook.
Now he brought the left hook, but he waited a beat before doing it. He was late.
And that's why his opponent is able to get his left hook in. If you throw your right hand, you're off balance. You got to straighten back up, and you want to do it with your hook. See?
There again. Left, right. Finally throws the left hook, but again, waited a beat before doing it.
Yeah. That's the first basics you want to teach your fighters. Get back in position. There's that left hook.
Yep. Best punch for Clarke. Quite obviously, the left hook, he's landed a half dozen of them well in the first couple of rounds. Vargas with the big jab there.
Well, a fighter like Vargas, you want to make him jab and box and do those kind of things. Just make him think, I don't have to use power right now. Good right hand.
Lightning right cross and a left uppercut inside. And Vargas whipping Clarke with power punches as round 2 comes to a close. But there's a trickle of blood from the nose of young Fernando Vargas.
You have the best left hand. Don't be concentrating so much on the knockout. He's going to come when you least expect it. Don't look for him. He's going to come to you. Take it easy. Keep using that left hand the same way you're using it. And come inside. Work inside.
Lovely straight punches, Howard, but you got to keep doing it a few more. Okay. Feel good?
There was a comment.
Second down.
Been a left hook night.
Round 3 of Fernando Vargas against Howard Clarke. Vargas' first defense of the 154-pound world championship he took from Yuri Boy Campus in December.
Well, I think Clarke has done an excellent job. He came out, made Vargas go down, jab to the body. That's what you want a puncher to do. You want to make a puncher box, box, box me all night. Don't get him upset and make him start punching.
Certainly Clarke thus far has been better than his record would have led me to believe.
He's actually jabbing to the pit of the stomach now. When you do that to a puncher, he starts waiting around and looking for his power, and it's no longer there.
Clarke gets cheers from the English fans in the audience as he pumps a double left jab into the face of Vargas. Might have heard Vargas' trainer, Roger Bloodworth, saying, don't go looking for a knockout. It'll come when you least expect it. And again, Clarke pumping the left hand into Vargas' face to stem the tide of Vargas' attack.
There you see, you jab them two, double jab them, then the punchers start thinking, I'm going to show you I can do that too. And before you know it, the rounds have gone by and he's paying you back.
And you're in a boxing match instead of a
That's
war.
what you want to be, in a boxing match with a puncher.
Vargas is learning a very good lesson here, guys, which is that when you become a champion, every guy you face is going to be better than you thought he was as he challenges you.
A lot of that had to do with him coming out staring this guy down. Make him move up a notch. Punch him down. Don't stare him there.
I actually thought Clarke won the stare down because Vargas looked down at one point. Clarke was staying right there. Good combination by Clarke inside as Vargas pounds away again with the left hook to the body.
I think Vargas should just stay right on his power punches. Just keep putting that power to this guy. No one can resist that kind of power. Make Clarke protect himself every minute of every round.
Vargas gets away with a low blow right in front of Kelly. Clarke coming back again with a left hook, which has been his most effective punch. And now Vargas looks a little uncertain, George, whether he wants to box or punch.
Yeah, what the guy got him off, and he jabbed him earlier on in the pit of his stomach, taking
There was a little left hook to the corner of Vargas's eye that may have caused an abrasion, a slight spot of blood. I'm not sure.
Vargas extend his left jab, keep his balance, pursue the knockout.
Right hand thunder and the left hook landing inside for Vargas.
Whoa.
As round 3 of Vargas Clarke comes to a close. It's scheduled for 12.
The tape over here. Take him.
Any more time with it?
Howard.
In the bucket out. Do breathe. And Bill. Do breathe. If you want to lose on points, you can do it like that. If you want to try and win this all that.
This guy's ready to go. He opened himself. He's ready to go. He's ready to go.
His trunks are high. I know.
Keep talking. Talk. Go ahead.
You almost had him. You almost had him. This round, next round, it's a bit different. Tie him up a little bit, tie him up, and just get inside and use your speed.
You heard Pat Cardell say a really interesting thing in the corner to Clarke. He says, if you want to lose on points, do what you're doing. Make it look nice, but submit to this guy. He wants Clarke to go out there and impose himself more and fight like a winner, not like just somebody who's competing.
Well, let's see who Harold Letterman thinks is the winner so far.
Okay, Jim. I got a 3-0 Fernando Vargas, 30-27. Each round 10-9, no question. What I like about Fernando Vargas is after he lays that hook, he takes that step to the right. He's turning the guy beautifully. And that's gorgeous ring generalship. You got to give him credit for it. Gets in a good punch, steps to the right so he's not in front of his opponent.
You can see Clarke trying to be a little bit more aggressive.
And Vargas is not stepping to the right after that punch, Harold. He's getting caught with too many left hooks because he's standing there after he throws the right hand.
Waiting for a receipt.
Yeah.
Admiring his work, as they say.
He steps around occasionally as a boxing move, but not after his power shot.
And there's a good example. Vargas landed the left hook, then stood in front of Clarke and waited for something to come back. But it appears that increasingly, though Clarke is still energetic and willing, Vargas is imposing his power on him in such a way that Clarke takes fewer and fewer risks.
That's Vargas' power.
And now Clarke elects to go down to one knee after a couple of thunderous left hook shots.
7, 8. Feel all right, man?
And they were all in the right spot, down by the body.
Vargas comes right back to the body with the left hook, and boom. A good one to the chin.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, man?
Following the instructions of his manager and trainer, Clarke has been more aggressive, and he's walked into 3 knockdown punches.
3.
And the no 3 knockdown rule. Cowdell looking at his fighter and coming up to the top step, but not coming into the ring. Clarke looked at Pat Cowdell as if to say, do you want me to go on? Cowdell backed up as if to say, yeah, I want you to go on, and Vargas gets a chance to throw more left hooks and right crosses, and that ought to be enough. And it is.
Stay right where you are. Come on. There we are.
So everybody came to the same conclusion at once as both Wayne Kelly and Pat Cowdell converged on Clarke with arms waving as if to say, all right, we've seen plenty. 16 out of 16 knockouts for Fernando Vargas.
That was a good fight. This guy imposed his power on his opponent and kept to the power punches, and it paid off. Don't boxer, boxer. Forget all that stepping to the side.
Another step for Fernando Vargas, who closed the show by landing 34 of 57 power punches by CompuBox numbers in round 4. First knockdown, Larry.
Straight punches, left hooks to the head and to the body, just too much for Clarke, just caved him in. Vargas has been hoping for a fight against Ike Corte, wanting Corte to move up to 154. Corte would be by far his toughest opponent, even at that weight.
Does he have the polish to go against a guy like Corte, George?
I do believe so. If he sticks with that kind of power, I think he'll give him an excellent fight.
And here's one more. 4 knockdowns in this round. Obviously no 3 knockdown rule, but it was over after the first knockdown. The rest was a formality, giving Vargas a chance to show his many-dimensional skills.
And now let's go up to ring announcer Jimmy Lennon Jr. for the official particulars.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time of 2 minutes, 29 seconds of round number 4. Our referee in charge, Wayne Kelly, stops the contest. The winner by way of technical knockout, still undefeated, and still the IBF Junior Middleweight Champion of the World, Ferocious, Fernando Vargas.
And undefeated he is at 16-0, 16 knockouts now. Fernando Vargas indicated that he was dedicating this fight to his grandmother, deceased about a week ago, and that as a 21-year-old, his game plan is to be undefeated, but he wants to retire by age 26 or 27. All right, folks, the main event coming up later tonight.